video is sponsored by Squarespace. I have a lot of marigolds picked right now. We picked these when we were preparing for the market, but then forest fire came and disrupted our plants. So they have been in our walk-in cooler for almost a week now. They look amazing. They last super long. You know, like these look as good today as they did the day I put them in the cooler. And marigolds can handle being outside because they don't get especially bothered by the heat even. I don't sell week old flowers. So I'm thinking what we're gonna do with this is we are gonna build an installation piece along our road front. Are they heavy?
It's definitely not a Serina job.
It's a Rubbermaid tote filled with water and flowers.
Yep. It's just heavy enough that I can feel all the blood rushing in my brain in the moment that I pick it up.
Here's what I'm thinking. We're gonna use this rack and we're gonna use the sign and it's gonna say thank you, because we wanna make a thank you for all the firefighters, all the emergency services, everyone who's been working hard in our community. And then I think if we put buckets on this shelf, I can put the flowers through here into the water and like create like an arch. I don't know. I've never done it, but I think I could in theory.
It's worth a try.
Okay, let's test this. Like that? I feel like we can be creative. You know, there's stuff that doesn't need water. We can pull out some status. I think we can make something out of this. What we need is water, buckets, and we'll go from there.
Sure.
See? Maybe some zap straps?
We'll just start putting it together
Yeah.
and see what we need.
We stuff all the marigolds in, and then we start to harvest. I mean, there's a gazillion marigolds. If we need more, we just start with that, and we go from there. This is how not to make an installation, but...
Nobody's paying for this one. So
yeah. Okay, so we found this plastic. I think if we wash this, we have black paint. We can paint like thank you on it and then zap strap it. And that'll be easier than trying to figure out the sign. And then we're gonna get 12 of our metal buckets to go like all around to hold the water. And I don't know, I think that should be enough. I think that's the mechanics.
If we need any more after that, we can always add more support.
I think that'll be like lots of water. We'll just have to see how far the flowers go. But there's lots to pick. Just a little dirty. There's a small can, right? What do you think?
I think it'll be nice.
I think it's gonna be the most effective way to give flowers to the emergency services workers. Because they ain't at home. They're busy driving up and down this road, working hard for us. We got our sign up. Now we have to put in a water source, right? These are the things that I've heard you need for an installation. You need a structure and a water source. I don't think you necessarily are supposed to use buckets and a metal shelving rack, but we're here to break all the florist rules, right, Ian? It looks pretty weird so far. It's hard to imagine this coming together with what it looks like so far.
Well, I think it's just going to look like this. It's going to look like that. Just a big wall of marigolds.
Well, the goal is better than that.
You wouldn't actually be upset if it just looked like marigolds.
Yeah, if it looked like a wall of multicolored marigolds, I would consider that a success. Okay, 13 buckets, a metal shelf, and a piece of plastic. I think we have what we need to make an installation.
This looks really good, Serina.
I know,
It seems like only a moment ago you were getting started.
I know, the camera messed up. It didn't record. Very frustrating because I didn't think it was gonna look like this until I was almost done. I'm really excited. And that was just, I thought for sure we were gonna have to pick a lot more marigolds. I thought we were gonna need like twice as many marigolds because it didn't record, I'm gonna explain what I did. So I started with the orange because I had 50% or more in orange, and I just put 2 in every single bucket. I have some of them going through the thing so that when the stem goes in, even if the stem is just into the top of the water, it's fine because I filled the buckets to the very brim. And then I put some down lower. Right, so I got like staggered, you know, and over here, I only have water sources here and here. So I saved some of my longest stems and then I angled them into the bucket. And same with up here. I did this longest stems in the very top. Not all of these are going to the bottom. I wanted to start with marigolds because I didn't think that this would go as full as it was going to. But what marigolds do in an arrangement is they like create like a cage because I don't have any sort of mechanics for holding anything. It's just big buckets. Marigolds, when they go into the bucket, big empty bucket, if this just went in, it would like fall out because it's so top heavy. But they're going in and they're kind of being held in place by the rack. But now I have this stem in the bucket, so when I go to put more in, I can put it in like that, and the stems actually hold it, you know, and now at this point, I have a cage inside the buckets with the marigolds. So even if I go and I put something, you know, really, really light, I can now start to place things in intentionally and not have to worry about it all falling over. So I'm really excited. It looks so good. But I'm thinking now, rainbow.
Yeah.
We need to do it rainbow. One thing I was thinking too as I built this is I don't want it just being front facing because it's basically for cars traveling by. So I tried to get like the corners to look really nice. So it's not just out to the front, it like wraps around the edge. And I don't know, I think I did a pretty good job. It looks good even from over here.
I can see this coming together really well.
Yeah. What we need now though is more flowers. We need to go get blue statice. We need to go get sunflowers, get even more height out on this. I think I have red sunflowers. We need something in red. I want everything to be stuff that's gonna hold really, really good so that it can be out here for a week without looking sad. I'm gonna go for my most resilient flowers.
Okay, so are you surprised? Did you think I was gonna pull it off?
I mean, you always seem to pull it off. I'm not surprised in that manner. But I haven't seen such a large display of the intermixed yellows and oranges of the marigolds, and it looks really nice, like in big form mixed together.
Part of why we're doing this is we have a lot of flowers. On Wednesday, we did a huge harvest to prepare for our market. I picked buckets and buckets and buckets of marigolds, and I also picked an insane amount of statice. And then it's kind of just been sitting here because we left our house. The fire was so close and we were on evacuation alert. We didn't do the market, we hadn't been home. The stuff has just been in water, it's been fine. Statice is great, right? Like whatever we don't use, we dry.
We're not gonna sell it.
Yeah, we're not gonna sell it. This is a small way that we can think to give some gratitude to our community because we really, really appreciate all the work. You know, we appreciate the fact that the firefighters fought the fires, it risked their lives and, you know, saved so many homes, including ours. We appreciate the emergency services who, you know, made it so that the firefighters were able to do their jobs. You know, the police that were protecting our home from looting while we were away. We appreciate everyone who's been out and volunteering in our community. We appreciate our fellow community members. It's a stressful and scary time when, you know, your home is being threatened of burning and everyone has, you know, been incredibly calm, incredibly patient, you know, incredibly practical. There's been no loss of life. That wouldn't be possible if, you know, people weren't, you know, working so well together. I'm feeling very grateful, and I don't want to be inundating people who are being overwhelmed with donations with something that's as hard to manage as flowers. So, you know, this is kind of a great way for everyone to be able to enjoy them because our road is so popular and, you know, all the emergency services are driving up and down our road so much right now to access the local fire. We got the blue. I don't necessarily think we should put in all the colors, though the pink looks pretty good. I've done stuff like this before and it starts to fill up fast. And it's better to have it be a few things in everywhere visually than to start cramming in absolutely everything. I know for sure I want something red. Sunflowers. I want sunflowers. I want something really tall and big. I know for sure I want it to be rainbowed, and this is the ultimate way of rainbowing something. And then from there, you know, I want to look and see what my other options are. I'm thinking I have these really beautiful pink cosmos in abundance right now, and they might be perfect for, you know, doing something that's going to contrast against the pom-poms of the marigolds, the discs of the sunflowers, and this. We'll get this in and we'll pick a few things. We'll do the big stuff and then we'll put in some details. What do you think?
Yeah, you don't want to fill it up and then realize you're missing one of the colors of the rainbow.
Yeah, or make it too busy.
Yeah.
We want it clean, nice, rainbow, happy. Ugh. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of status. To go with our just a little bit marigolds, right? Okay, so here's my plan. I got all these blown out dark sunflowers to be the red. And I also have these blown out white sunflowers, right? And they're not gonna have great vase life, but they'll look great in the thing. Because even if they drop petals, the center discs will be kind of a fun spotlight. But between the white and the dark, you know, it'll bring a little bit of a different look to the marigolds, right?
Yep. Dusty's trying to get in the bucket.
Are you thirsty, Dusty? You have your own bucket. Are you my helper? You know, all these sunflowers that I'm picking are stuff that I would have picked on Thursday to bring to the market, but because they're out in opening up, you know, they're just,
That's the fun.
yeah, might as well use them for this. They'll still do their purpose of bringing joy, right?
Yep.
That's what flowers are for. Make people happy. Roxy!
I can barely see you through the weeds. Hi, Roxy. Oh, but you want to say hi. I want to say hi so bad. Hi. You're so cute. You're so cute.
Bees are mad, stealing all their blown open sunflowers. What do you think? All unsellable sunflowers.
I got a present for you. Can't tell the kids though.
Oh, I saw this the other day.
They're all ripe. The kids don't know about them right now.
The mini ones I think are like super ready, but the big ones are up high, so they're for us. I think this is gonna be good. Get this in, and then we'll know bits and pieces that we'll have to pick. But I think
There's a lot of volume.
we're gonna be close with this. Let's make this rainbow, right? Oh yeah, look, some of these tall ones. Perfect. With the status, it doesn't even matter if it's in water, right? Like I can just do like, boop, like not even worry about water because it all looks the same.
As a little bit of context as to where the forest fire was happening, the closest that it got to us is that hill right there. The fire came over the top, We could see flames there. They were attacking it with helicopters and the planes that dropped the retardant. It's pretty scary when you see flames from your house, right? And on the other side of that fire, like where it goes down to the lake, it sounds like there was actually some homes lost, right? So it was a serious out of control fire, and it was definitely a tense moment. We're pretty lucky to have all of the support from all the emergency workers and the firefighters that we did. And you know, this is us being thankful.
I think that looks good. I think it looks like a rainbow now.
Needs red.
Now it needs focals, right? It's like a base. Time for this. It's doing what I want it to do. I'm happy. I'm amazed how much it's already totally changed. Just with that little bit of blue and getting the sunflowers in there. Like, it looked good before, but now it's like, it's coming together.
This might not be the last time you do this.
No. Well, we talked about like doing this for like event. Now we're bringing in the red of the rainbow. Now it's time.
Is it gonna get better or worse?
What do you mean? Get worse. Get out of here.
Jeez, it's just a question.
Rude question. Looks good. I think it needs pink, and I think it needs something small, and maybe we need blue, right? Like this is quite purple. We need something that's like bluish. The plan is apricot cosmos. What do you think?
Well, they look good and everything, so.
Because they'll like add like a floaty element, and then maybe some pink lysianthus, because they do good outside in the weather. It's decadent.
Decadent and indulgent. That's good.
And then anise hyssop, and then we're done. Cosmos are insane. Cosmos, you have to pick them. If you don't pick them, they like instantly become unusable. And so being away for just a few days turned it into this just chaos hedge. It looks incredible, but if I don't do something about this, it's a use it or lose it situation with Cosmos. So it's actually helpful picking a million of these to put into the arch. Okay, I got like 40 stems of Cosmo, you know, maybe 50. So that'll give like a nice fluttery. I picked really long stems, so that'll look really good. And honestly, so far the materials for this have been like pretty low value. Marigolds that we're gonna put in the compost, blown out sunflowers. So we're gonna spend some money. I picked about 30 of my pink lysianthus. They'll look beautiful. They'll look so nice inside of it, and they're gonna last really good. We can spend a bit of our good stuff on our thank you. And then I'm thinking floss flower for the blue. You know, I was originally talking the anise hyssop, but my eyeballs just want to look at this. It looks really good. You know, I can pick out a bunch of this, and this is gonna do the texture thing that I've kind of been missing at this point. Everything's been like really big or really stiff. I think this is gonna finish it really nicely. What do you think, Ian?
Floss flower and everything, I'm pretty sure is the recipe.
Yeah, all floss flower. Yeah, look at that, right? Doesn't smell good. This smells good. I'm like, oh, something smells nice. Ah, they are brittled of they get snagged, they crack. Finishing touch, Lysianthus. And then we're done. Well, it's starting to rain. I have all the flowers out and I'm very excited. It looks so good. It looks better than I thought was gonna be possible with like a handful of buckets and a metal rack. I didn't paint the sign yet because the plastic was wet, but it's raining now, so I can't paint the sign. So I'm gonna probably have to finish this tomorrow, but looks really good. Making bunches. Our installation looks so good that we've had a couple people pull over this morning. We don't have flowers yet. So we had flood, rained, and it stormed. So we've been busy dealing with that. So we need to get some flowers going. Last night we had a crazy rainstorm, flash flood. We were trying to save our outbuilding from getting drowned out. The water was running in through the door. And then we've had like pretty crazy winds since then, but it looks great, you know? I nailed it, still holding up good. But as it is right now, it's just beautiful flowers. And what it's gonna be is a thank you sign. So I gotta paint that. What do you think?
Meh.
Fire.
Meh.
What about if this was in your bedroom? Well,
Looks good.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy with how it turned out. And as I've been like out here working on it, I've seen like some of the fire trucks going by and like the passengers being like, whoa, like clearly looking at it. You know, hopefully it'll bring a lot of joy to our community because we're feeling very grateful. Well, it's now been a week since we did the installation and I only just took it down today. I was really surprised at how long the flowers lasted. You know, the sunflowers that I used were a little bit past their prime, so they dropped some petals, but they still looked incredible. When I took it down, the marigolds still looked brand new. Definitely making me love marigolds even more. The community really appreciated the sign. I got lots of positive comments of how much people loved seeing it, talking to people, you know, them feeling that same gratitude. You know, it was really nice to see how much those flowers got to be enjoyed. And then the perk for the business is because we were shut down, having the installation brought attention to the fact that our business was back open again too. So, you know, by the end of the week when I was finally taking the installation down, our sales are now, you know, pretty close to where we were before the fire. So, you know, that's really nice. It's nice when you can do, you know, something like this and have so many positives and have it also grow the business and grow the sales. Another thing that works really great for growing your business and growing your sales is having a website, and Squarespace is a great company to help you with that. Squarespace is the ultimate platform for creating your dream website. With flexible business templates, you can start with professional design that fits your category and customize it to match your unique style. Be it a professional blog, a portfolio, or a business website, Squarespace ensures your online presence stands out on every device. But it's not just about being seen. It's a great way to sell. Whether you're selling physical, digital, or service products, Squarespace provides you with the tools you need to launch your online store effortlessly. From inventory management to secure payment processing, Squarespace has got you covered. And if, like me, you also sell in person, Squarespace offers point-of-sale integration. Connect a Square Reader to the Squarespace app and sync your orders, inventory, and customer data with your online store, making it easy to carry your business anywhere. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/youcan'teatthegrass to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.